Good morning, everyone. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the different stages of construction. The different stages of construction is being classified into three different stages. The first one is pre-construction stage, second one is construction stage, and third one is post-construction stage. So moving on to pre-construction stage, the pre-construction stage again it is being classified into three different stages: design stage and tendering stage, and third one is contract award stage. So coming to the design stage, the first stage, like owner, that is the client, will be having a meeting with the designers, where structural designers and architects will be present, and in the meeting they'll be briefly discussing about the project. They'll be discussing about the drawings. They'll be discussing about the specifications, and a geotechnical engineer who has visited the construction site, and like based on the lab test and field test, he'll be giving the reports of the foundation, like what foundation the structural designers need to go, whether to go for deep foundation or whether to go for the shallow foundation. That is like based on the thoroughly inspection of construction site. Finally, a geotechnical engineer will be giving the report to the structural designer, which will be very beneficial and helpful to structural designers. So based on that, they'll be giving the drawings. As you all know, like drawing is the language of civil engineers, and drawing comprises of plan sections and elevations. So in that, whatever like drawings they have finalized, one review committee will be there and experts will be there. So experts will be going through the drawings, like complete drawings. Are the drawings like special followed by specifications, strictly followed by specific strictly they have followed the specifications or not. So based on all the things, like experts, they'll be taking the final decision, and they'll be giving the sanction for the they'll be giving the final approval of the drawing. So based on that, the drawings are released, and they have sent to the construction site, where the contractor project manager is responsible, and he should make sure that the work is being executed strictly as per the drawings and specifications. And also in the meeting, they'll be discussing briefly about the project cost and the project duration, and they'll be discussing about the specifications. Like specifications is being classified into two different types: general specification and detailed specification. And also they'll be reviewing the construction activities. They'll be going for the planning, scheduling, monitoring of construction activities, and based on that, they'll be going for the estimation of the project. Like as I told you, estimation is like the probable cost of the construction beforehand. So once, if the funds, if the client, that is the owner, is having the sufficient fund, then he can give the kickstart to the construction project. And finally, they'll be going for the preparation of tender document and get it approval from the client is nothing but the owner. Now moving on to second subcategory, that is tendering stage. In the tendering stage, the first is shortlisting of vendors for the various works, and second is issue of the tender documents, and third one is conducting pre-bid meetings with the consultants, and fourth one is collecting field tender documents, and fifth one is like attending meetings and giving the guidance to the vendor who got selected by the client. So in the tendering stage, like they'll be giving the tender form, and a group of interested parties may participate, and based on that, like they have to fill the pro forma as per the norms, as per the rules and regulations. They need to fill the pro forma, like for an example, a contract is given, a local advertisement is given in the newspaper about the project, and based on that, number of interested parties can fill the form and submit the form to the client. Then later on bidding is going to take place, and finally the contract owner is the final decision maker. He'll be selecting the contractor who is quoting the lowest bid and satisfying the norms, that is terms and conditions. Now moving on to the third sub category, that is contract award stage. So finally, owner will be selecting a contractor, and the contractor and owner will be forming a contract, and they'll be signing by seeing the terms and conditions, and they'll be entering into a contract, and that is called as contract document. Like the rights and obligations of the parties given in the local terms and conditions is called as the contract document. In that, like, he'll be preparing the contract document along with the drawings, and taking the approval from the client, collecting all the necessary documents, like planning, like project planning, project schedule, cost of the project, what are the resources need to be followed in the project, labor license, bank guaranteed, etc. And after collecting all the documents, issue of contract document to the finalized vendor. Vendor is like contractor. There are number of contractors, as I told you, in the tendering stage. So vendor is a contractor. So final. Yes, moving on to next stage, that is construction stage. So in that construction stage, going for the planning and scheduling of the project, and once like planning and scheduling is done of the complete project, like whatever the duration you have fixed for each activities, the same thing, like you are informing the client, and as per the client's requirements, if you have planned and scheduled the project, then that will be well and good. Second is going for the cash flow. As I told you, like going for the cash flow is only be presented through estimation. That is like estimation is going for the complete estimating the complete budget of the project, like to know the probable cost of the construction beforehand. Third one is like going for the review of drawings, and informing the structural designers if any modifications or if any changes need to be made in the drawing if necessary. Going for the meetings with the client, in that they may discuss the remedial measures that can be taken, or they may solve issues, and the owner may give a solution to the problem raised by the contractor. Next, going for the implementing and maintaining the checklist, or quality reports, like whatever the quality test they are going to conduct, like example slum test, compaction factor test. So all those reports are maintained, and strictly they'll be following the specifications, and providing technical and experienced team to the construction site for effective execution of the project, like hiring an experienced site engineers who's having more than 5 years of experience, so that they can get the output in a very good manner. Going for the checking and approving the materials quality. If the material quality is good, the contractor is going to approve those materials, and involve and discuss with all the consultants regarding the shortfalls in the detailing, and sort out all issues, whatever, if any problem is if any serious problem is encountered at the construction site, then that point of time the project manager will be having a meeting with the owner, and in that, like, project manager will be sharing his problem to the client, and based on that problem the client will be able to give a good solution for that particular problem which is being encountered in the construction site. And he should like project manager should make sure that all the activities are executed as per the schedule, and whatever the activities they have executed, like construction team and like site engineer team, especially site engineers, are keeping a record of that particular work which has been executed in that particular day. And they are going for the plan for the accommodating the delays in the project schedule and completing the project in the initial planned time. And like execution team will be there, they'll be having the different formats, different quality checks and different checklist. So based on that they'll be filling and they'll be submitting the report to the project manager, and they are submitting the monthly progress report and the quality report and EHS report to the client, so that after submitting the report the client will be having a meeting with the group of representatives where the contractor project man from the contractor side, the project manager and project engineer will be there, architect, structural designer, quantity surveyor, store manager, etc. will be the group of representatives in the meeting, and they'll be having a meeting with the owner, and they'll be going for the brief discussion about the project, and like check and certifying all the contractors and agencies bills. That consultant will be taking the responsibility of checking the contractor's bill, and once the contractor bill is thoroughly checked, and that bill will be forwarded to the client, that is the owner. And next is like keeping a track of executed construction activities, and make sure that like sufficient budget is available for the upcoming activities in the form of resources. And check and approve the rates of NT items before execution, and going for the implementation of safety measures in the construction site. One safety engineer will be appointed in the construction site, so based on that, like he'll be monitoring the safety of the employees as well as the safety of the laborers workers, and maintaining the bills and reports in the proper filing system. They'll be having different files, each different files will be having the different kind of documents, like quality control document, quality assurance document, bill of quantities document, tender document, contract document, quantity surveying document, etc. So all those documents will be kept safely by the contractor as a record and as a proof. Finally, moving on to the last stage, that is the post construction stage. In the post construction stage, collection of all like drawings from the contractors and consultants and approved by the architect. He'll be going for the collection of all the drawings from the contractors which he has given earlier, and the consultants, and approved by the architect. Next, collection of the different construction manuals, quality manuals, safety manuals, maintenance van manuals, certifying all the vendor bills after collecting all the documents, and preparing a detailed statement of all the vendor details and contacts of key persons for approaching client for any kind defects creating during the defect liability period. So like contractor is having is having his construction team, so all that details in the form of their mail IDs, their profile, their address, everything, or contractor need to submit those details to the owner, because in future if anything goes wrong, then owner can contact that particular person who were there in the that execution stage from the beginning of the time period to the finishing stage. So that point of time owner can have a meeting with that particular person if anything goes wrong. And going for the preparation and completion certificate based upon all the documents and drawings, and handing over all the documents and giving the basic guidelines about the project to the facility manager, handing over the consolidated details of retention amount and release schedule to the client, and generally we aim to achieve our mission by following the various reports at predefined interval as follows. As you all know, first one is project planning and project scheduling. Second one is daily progress report in the form of what is the work they are going to take up on that particular day and what is the percentage of work they have completed. And third one is weekly progress report. In a week, how many activities were planned and how many activities were actually executed. And fourth one is resource planning in terms of men, material, labor, funds, equipment, machineries, tools, etc. And fifth one is quality checklist, in the form of they'll be preparing one format like example pour card, pour card. In that they'll be having the checklist what need to be checked at the time of slab, beams, columns, and after checking only the consultant will be giving the approval to the contractor. Then only the contractor can go for the concrete works, going for the safety formats, going for the cash flow statements, going for the tracking and analysis with MS Project or Primavera or any planning technique, any project management software, and finally going for the payment certificate. And the last one is and all the applicable project related reports. Thank you.